in allopathic medicine, Western medicine, what we accomplish in Western medicine is stabilization of the patient. Okay? Their blood pressure's high, we give them something to bring it down. Their blood sugar's high, we give them something to bring it down. They're dehydrated, we hydrate them. Okay? We're not fixing any problems.
You're just alleviating the symptoms.
Alleviating a symptom is all we're doing. Okay? But it stabilizes the patient. Okay? That is the first step of healing. If you have a bleeding wound, first step in first aid is to stop the bleeding. You don't do anything with it till you stop the bleeding. That's the first rule in all first aid. There's a bleeding wound, put pressure on it, stop the bleeding.
Right.
Number one. Well, the next rule is all dirty cuts never heal. Okay, so if you have a dirty wound,
clean it.
You have to clean it. You have to detoxify it.
Okay.
Okay, this is your next step. Okay, detoxification in the healing process is the second step. Once you're stable, you must detoxify in order to progress. Otherwise, you're going to just spin your wheels, or spend a lot of money just trying to feel better. You know, and you'll take a supplement or take a medicine. You'll feel better for a little while. It'll work for a day, 2 days, a month, maybe, and then it doesn't do anything because you're still managing toxins in your body. Okay, you got to remove the toxins. If you're going to plant a garden, you know, there's garbage all over the ground. You don't just till the garbage into the ground. You go and clean it up. Then you plant your seeds and you till your garden, right? So similar thing. We have to clean
get rid of
the
trash.
We got to get rid of the trash. You got to get because all those toxins in your body are blocking the healing process.
Mm-hmm.
They're, you know, that might be amalgams in your teeth. It might be an infection. It might be, you know, a yeast overgrowth. It might be, you know, fluoride or, you know, environmental toxins and pesticides, herbicides, you know, heavy metals, all these different things. They have to be removed out of the way. Every one of those things is a roadblock to your healing.
Right. And you said earlier in the interview that if you are nutritionally deficient, you're a toxin sponge.
Right.
I heard you on a radio show recently. I think it was Robert Scott Bell show.
Sure.
But you were mentioning that the importance with detoxification is that, and I wrote down the quote, you may have to make sure that the exits are open and the filters are filter quickly.
Filtering. Right.
So talk about those,
okay,
those comments.
My favorite analogy of that is if you had a stadium, 10,000 people in it, okay, and there's a fire. You got to empty the stadium, but you only have 2 exits open. You're going to make a mess. You know, there's going to be a mess. That's the bottom line. This is not going to come out, not going to turn out well, you know. But you open 10 different exits, it's 5 times better. You open 20 different exits, it's going to be 10 times better.
Yeah.
Okay. In the body, we have 4 major exits. We have the bowels, we have the respiratory system, we have the urinary tract, and we have the skin. If those 4 are open and able to, you know, things can exit through those routes, detoxification isn't so bad. It doesn't, it's not so painful. You know, if you've got a cut that's scabbed over but it's dirty and so it's festering and infected, you know, you're going to have to pull that scab off. You're going to have to get in there and wash the infection out. Okay?
And it ain't going to be pleasant.
It's not going to be pleasant, okay? If it didn't have the scab on there, the exit would be a lot easier.
Right.
Okay. And so there's, you know, cleansing that has to happen to open up the pathways. Then once you've opened up the exits, working on the filters, the liver, the kidneys, the lymphatic system, getting those things moving and metabolizing as fast as possible. That way they filter the toxins out of the body. You know, in everything you do to detox is much easier then. That's where colon cleansing, saunas, colonic irrigations, those types of things that just flush the body, you know, open the exits. That's those are initially some of the best things to start with, because if you can start with working on the filters, the kidneys, the liver, the lymphatic system. If they don't have anywhere to dump the garbage, it's going to recirculate.
Okay.
And it just creates all kinds of inflammation. It increases your rate of oxidation. You know,
Yeah.
'cause you're just re-exposing yourself to toxins.